Hello from Tias. It's a murky day. We've had quite a bit of rain this week, but we now have some blue skies appearing, as you can see, and we're visiting a Belén, which is a nativity display. You can see lots of things to do with Christmas here as we go around. This is at the church in Tias. This was the first one to open, but every village, every town on the island creates something similar. There's another tradition, the Christmas poinsettias, which you'll see all over the island at the moment. But the Belén is the nativity display, and they're kind of models of life in the villages, and they have lots of key factors depicting life locally to where they are. So this is Puerto del Carmen harbour, which you can see with La Casa Roja, the red house, and the boats in the harbour, and then the little blue apartments they have there. There used to be a salt works there, a Salinas, which you can see here. Fishermen's pots, model of a fisherman working there. Let's work our way slowly round. A lady washing clothes in that one. Waterfall at the back. This is a model of the church up the hill at La Candelaria. Got some fields. Another church there. This is Conneal by the looks of it. Yep, that's the church at Conneal. Camel, very much associated with Lanzarote, of course. Traditional canary in a house there with a balcony. This one's got olive trees in the front. Farming couple with lambs, someone with a lamb, someone working a donkey there, and chickens. Onions. Another burro pulling some casks, presumably of wine, along there. That big model at the back is the church where it actually stood outside, so if I pan round from there you'll see that tower with the bells. There we go, and as well as the Christmas lights here, we've got the letterboxes for the three kings. So local kids will be stuffing their requests, telling the kings that they've been good and they deserve presents on the 6th of January. In front of the model of the church there's a market with a cheese place, somewhere that sells cloth for clothing, carpenter, a bread shop, a fruit shop, and a fishmonger's selling dried fish by the looks of it. This, of course, is another feature that they all have, which is the manger. And the baby Jesus won't be put in there until he's born, of course, on Christmas Day. But Mary and Joseph are there waiting for his arrival. Somewhat chronologically incorrect. The three kings are already there because they didn't actually arrive until the 5th of January. In another church here. And this section depicts the wines and vines of La Heria with their zocos. The camel's been blown over there. He's Got 2 baskets of grapes. So that brings us round full circle back to the harbour at Puerto del Carmen. So that was the first Belén to be opened on the island this Christmas. It's Thursday, by the way. We will be doing tours of the others, probably at night time, some of them, some during the day, over the next few weeks or so, and we'll share them with you. You recognise, of course, that we're looking down at the airport, and I've stopped here deliberately at what we used to call the strawberry farm, because I know there's an incoming aircraft. I checked on flight radar 24, and the aircraft are landing the wrong way today, and I just thought I'd show you what it's like. So because we have a southerly wind, you can see there's a Ryanair and a TUI there queuing to take off while they wait for the inbound to come in. Any second now we should see the landing lights of the aircraft pop up behind those palms. And there it is. I didn't have a chance to put the mics on, so you might get a bit of wind noise, but I just thought we'd do this on our way down the hill for you. She goes over the main road. Just about to touch down. And almost as soon as the Edelweiss has cleared the runway, the Ryanair is starting its takeoff roll. And in the air. So there you go, just thought we'd stop and catch a couple of those for you. Now, the other place we've come today is the Old Town Harbour. We've got a meeting down here. In fact, we were here on Tuesday for lunch, and it was just so busy. It's a bit early yet for the restaurants to be full here, but it was just so busy, and we commented on the fact that we haven't been down this way for a long time and felt we ought to come and see what it's like. So let's take a walk around here. This whole area, of course, last weekend was full of the tents for the food event that we attended. We shot a very short video for you of that, but you couldn't hear a damn thing on it because it was just so noisy. Quite nice to see it back to its normal situation as a car park. Lots of excellent restaurants along the top line there. Puerto Bahia, Sal y Pimienta, which is actually where we went for lunch on Tuesday, and La Dolce Vita. And as you drive into town, loads and loads of Christmas decorations up. And of course here they've got the poinsettias as well, because it's Christmas time. Ventura lost in the mist over there. So the sun's trying to break through, and there are blue patches in the sky, but it's quite murky. It feels quite humid as well. La Sirena there, everyone seems to be eating English breakfast. And then in the Verdadero bar and Cerveceria they're all enjoying beers. Unfortunately, the tapas bar there, La Lonja, never reopened after COVID. So I don't know if the owner's retired, but it was probably the best tapas restaurant in this area. And up behind it there is the Civic Centre for Puerto del Carmen, Centro Cívico. Loads of events and Spanish lessons and stuff like that along there. Looks like Casa Roja is open again. I don't know what sort of stuff they do there. It was kind of fine dining at one time. Looks like everyone's got coffees and beers at the moment, so perhaps not. We've got one of those machines that can lift boats out of the water down here. So they're more up alongside it, and they crane it up, and they can clean the barnacles off. And actually, Casa Roja isn't open. It looks like the people in that place are from Banana next door, so they've taken over a bit of the terrace, would be my guess. This walkway is lovely. It goes all the way from Puerto del Carmen to Puerto Calero. If you can see centre frame in the distance there, there's a sort of a windy path you can go up. That bit's quite steep, the rest of it's relatively flat and straightforward. One of our favourite restaurants up there, Mar de Leva. Excellent place for tapas and fresh fish. Loads of people around the island. Is so busy at the moment. Normally we've got a kind of lull at this time of year before the Christmas rush starts, but it doesn't seem to have happened this year. It's public holiday here today. Tuesday and Thursday were public holidays, so a lot could be locals who've taken a few days off to explore the island. Got some of the resident ducks here. These are the original seafront cottages. They used to be like fishermen's cottages, but I think they're all now pretty much holiday let. Someone feeding the fish here. Although there are still a few fishing boats that go out of here, it's primarily a private harbour now. So those are some very small fishing boats, but a lot of them are just weekend motor vessels. There was a time where it was one of the main fishing ports of the island, but as the boats got bigger, they got too big for this area. And they relocated to Arrecife, where they've got more depth. Across there we've got the Cofradía de Pescados, that's the Fisherman's Cooperative restaurant. Fabulous fresh fish place to visit on the island. So the ducks and the cats seem to be able to cohabit reasonably safely. The other thing that goes on here is that the water taxi goes from the harbour here between Puerto del Carmen and Puerto Calero several times a day. And out there in the centre frame you can probably see a dive boat. Just off the shore here there are a couple of tuna boat wrecks which are quite nice dives. There are some good caves. And it's an interesting stepping off point for divers. We're going to head back for our meeting now. Hope you've enjoyed that mixture of Puerto del Carmen, Old Town, the harbour, and the Belén at Tías. Have a great weekend and bye for now.